So we're going to kick off day 3 out of 3 of our Math 30-1 preview by looking at the final unit, at least as they're presented in the curriculum. When we do these, again, the final order hasn't been determined, but at this point I believe this will be the unit that we're starting with. So in this one we're looking at permutations, combinations, and the binomial theorem. We did 2 of these 3 topics in Math 30-2 this semester. The general outcome that describes this entire unit is it is expected that students will develop algebraic and numeric reasoning that involves combinatorics. So combinatorics is a general term for all of the different ways that we can count using explicit math. We are going to start with our first outcome: apply the fundamental counting principle to solve problems. Now this is an outcome that was shared or common in Math 30-2. So this is the one where, let's say you go to a sandwich shop and you want to figure out how many different sandwiches you can make with a bun, so some kind of bread, some kind of meat, say 2 different veggies, and a sauce and a type of cheese. So depending on how many options you have, the fundamental counting principle is the one that says, all right, we've got 6 types of bread to pick from. We've got 4 types of meat to pick from. We've got 12 veggies to pick from. And if they're going to be different, that means we have 12 to pick from when we do our first veggie and 11 remaining to pick up for our second. We have 5 sauces to pick from and 4 cheeses. The fundamental counting principle says the total number of different combinations you can make is what you get when you multiply all of these together. So, in this particular case with these numbers, we end up with 63,360 different sandwiches. So quite a few options. So this is the kind of thing we're going to be looking at. Now it can change depending on whether or not things are replaced. It can change depending on whether or not they could be reused. Right? If you can get a double order of 1 veggie, you could do the rest. You might have conditionals where what are the options if you pick 1 veggie or 2 veggies or 3 veggies or 1 meat or 2 meats? You can have multiple sauces. So there are a number of things that you could do here if the sandwich shop actually allows you to pick multiple meats, multiple veggies, multiple sauces, and multiple cheese. You usually don't do multiple breads. But if they do, then that changes quite a bit because we are going to have 6 types of bread still. But then the other choices you make, you've got 4 meats, 12 veggies, 5 sauces, 4 cheeses, and each of those 4 plus 12 plus 5 plus 4 to make 25 different items can be either in or out of the sandwich. Well, then we've got 6 times 2 exponent 25 different possibilities. And I believe 2 to the 25 is 33,554,432. So multiplying that by 6, we'd have 2, carry the 1, and 6, 2, 3, 1, 0. If I did the mental math correctly here, we're looking at a little over 2 million combinations for a single sandwich. But this is the type of question that we will work on when we're doing the fundamental counting principle, which in and of itself is actually review, since that topic also appeared in Math 30-2.